Hey everybody, welcome to episode 11 of Cameron's Nostalgia Podcast. And the first video is, and today's video is, and this is the first video of 2024. I'm your host, Cameron Strickland, and today I have with me Rodney Kelley.
And it's great to be here.
Nice. Now, for any of you guys who don't know, Rodney is a magician, and he appeared in one video called Opryland Kids Club. It's the place to be.
Yes. And I did I think I was in 3 of the Opryland commercials and performed at Opryland for 11 years.
All right.
Yeah, it was quite a long schedule. I did 4 shows a day, 6 days a week. After 11 years, I counted up that I had done more than 12,000 30-minute shows at Opryland theme park.
All right. You did a balloon trick with a bird.
Yes. Yes, I still do it. I love it. You're talking about the one where the balloon is supposed to change colors, but instead of it changing colors, when the kid waves the wand over it, the balloon pops and there's a bird there.
Yes. You happened to see Buzz and Casey.
Yes, yes. They were at Opryland also. Awesome little guys. The guy who was in the KC costume was my best friend. That was Sean Hughes. And Buzz was a puppet character. And Buzz was ran by another friend of mine. He was, what is Rob's last name? His name was Rob.
Killen.
Oh my God. What is it?
Killen.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Very good. Yes. Yes, he did the Buzz puppet. That's right. Awesome guy. Awesome guy.
And Rob Killen was a puppeteer for Elmo and Grouchland.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
I, that's awesome. That must have been after Opryland. Because I remember his work at Opryland. I don't remember him after the park, though. I kept in touch for a while, but not a long period. But he was excellent at what he did.
and I also have Muppets from Space that Rob worked on.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah, he did a grueling schedule also, because they did 4 or 5 or 6 shows a day where they were performing. And so they had a grueling schedule also. But it all paid off in the end.
Here's Muppets from Space.
Oh, wow. And Rob was in that.
Yes.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
And he was on Wisharoo Park.
And I've heard of that. I didn't know he was in that, though. Wow. That's awesome.
And let's get right into it. Here's the first question.
All right.
How did you get interested in magic?
Um, In the fourth grade, I was watching a television show, and the show ended, and the next show came on, and the next show was a magic show. And I was in the fourth grade, and I had never seen a magic show in my life. This magician came on, and his name was Doug Henning. And it came on after one of the shows. I didn't turn it on intentionally. I mean, it just came on. And I sat there and watched it. And I told my parents, that's what I want to be. And from that moment on, I've been studying it ever since fourth grade. That's kind of how it got started. I think everybody went through that thing where they see their first magic trick and they see something that's really miraculous and it hits you so hard that you want to recreate something. You want to recreate that feeling. And I think it was in eighth grade. I went and did the school talent show. Um, and I think I won second place in that, but I kept on going and did a show for the whole school in 12th grade. It was either 11th or 12th grade. I did a show as a benefit to make money for our prom. And and that's kind of how I got my start.
Nice. So, what was your first on-camera debut?
Um, oh my gosh. Back in Cincinnati, there was a guy named Michael. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his last name, but he was on a local channel and he needed variety entertainment. And I was in high school and I went on and I think I did two, three tricks. I think I did it a couple of times. And that was my first, if you want to say on camera, I mean, it wasn't nationwide or anything. I don't know how many subscribers there were. There weren't many because there wasn't much of a reaction to it. And I should probably thank God because back then I wasn't all that good. Um, but that was probably the first. But now, when I got into Opryland in 1985, I did all kinds of things for them. Um, I ended up doing three different TV commercials that went nationwide. I also did the TNN network. Um, they needed a guest for the Shotgun Red show. They needed a guest for their morning show. I can't remember what their morning show was called. I did that a couple of times, and there was a lot of stuff that was just played locally. Um, and they also needed a representative who went out and did local shows. Like we have a talk show here in Nashville, and it's called Talk of the Town. And Talk of the Town would give Opryland a certain number of minutes each year. So each year that I was there, they would say, okay, we need you to go to Talk of the Town and do 4.5 minutes. Can you handle that? And I would just go and do 4 minutes of magic. And then I would talk about uh, everything that was new at Opryland. I talk about the new rides. I talk about the new shows. Um, so I got a lot of exposure time out of that because I did that probably twice a year. And I'd go to Channel 5, which is a CBS affiliate here in Nashville. It was awesome. It was really, really a good experience.
Yes. Oh, I see your image just froze. Um, I'm sorry, your image just froze.
Oh no. Oh no. Um, but after the park closed, I got a call to do USO. They have a lot of children that are in Europe, and they wanted entertainment for them. And they heard that Opryland was closed, and they said, "Now that the park is closed, could we uh, could we hire you?" Or well, it wasn't really hiring, but could we hire you to go overseas and do shows for the children uh, in the armed forces? Because they didn't have a lot of English speaking entertainment over there. And I did that also. I did that for 12 years. I'd go on an 8-week tour each year, and we went to 5 countries each year, and I did that for 12 years. So a lot of my experience is off camera. Um, I mean, the live experience is just as important as the on camera, you know? Both are important. So the I have to say though, the off camera is a little more relaxed, so I could have a little more fun with it. I probably laugh a little bit more. When you're on camera, you've only got so many seconds or so many minutes. You know, you got a minute and 30 seconds, or you got 4 minutes, or whatever the allotted time is, and you have to fit everything in that time sequence. And so sometimes you can't fit in all the jokes or all the excitement. So I probably like the live better. But I do whichever I've got to do to promote the event that I'm doing, you know?
All right. I saw Doug Henning in the Muppet Show.
Yes, he's awesome, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a very underrated magician. He was the first magician to put magic on television. And because of him, David Copperfield uh, started doing TV shows, and the others, Siegfried and Roy, eventually had a TV. They ended up doing 5 TV specials, I think, and some of the others. Had it not been for Doug Henning, who knows if magic ever would have made it to television. So we're all very grateful to him. He's very, very, very underrated. Because his show, I got to see his show live 3 times. And at one of them, I waited backstage. I waited at the backstage door and actually got to meet him and shake his hand and get his autograph, which was really, really awesome because at the time, back in the 80s and the 90s, he was the big man, and his shows were streamed worldwide. So he was quite huge before all the rest got onto the scene, you know. I loved him, and he's still to this day my favorite.
You met Doug Henning.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely loved it. And he's way shorter. His hair is longer than it looks, and he is shorter than he looks. So if you see a picture of him, add an inch onto his hair because his hair is very long and he's very, very short. I'm 5'11", and he's quite short. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but he's not very big. And he couldn't weigh 100 pounds. I mean, he's got to be a little bitty guy. And here he is walking out in front of 20,000 people at these shows. And this little guy, if you sneezed, you could knock him down, you know? But he was literally a genius.
Yes. You remember meeting Snowbird.
I don't think I ever got to do Snowbird. Now on the NBC affiliate here in town, I did their morning show a couple of times with oh I can't think of the guy's name. It's been so many years ago. Now Snowbird may have been there because it was probably during the winter. But I did the morning show a couple of times, and I can't think of the guy's name who was the host of it. Um, but that's been years ago. But now Snowbird may have been on before me or after me. Um, I don't know. I don't remember performing with him, but he was awesome. I don't know if they're still doing him. Are they still doing him on the on WSMV? I don't know, but he was an awesome little guy, and I used to watch him just to get the weather. But I wish I could have done more with him because he was the bomb back then. You know, he was the big thing everybody watched for. And I don't watch enough TV now to know if he's even on.
Uh-huh.
Did do you get him up there, up in Canada where you are? Can you see Snowbird up there?
Hmm.
I don't even know if he's still on. I would assume that he is, though.
Well, Snowbird's not here.
Yeah, because you're way up north.
I'm in New.
Um, yeah, so that's quite a ways up. Um, I just know he was awesome. He was a neat little guy. He might be a good interview too. You know,
Yes.
that would be cool to hear about all of his experiences.
So you met Dave Prevet.
Dave Prevet. Um, refresh my memory. Um, who is that?
Well, he was a puppeteer.
Oh, was he at Opryland,
He was
or
not Opryland.
was he the one for Snowbird?
Yes.
Yeah, because now I only did that show a couple of times, and you know it's very possible that I could have met him. Um, it's very possible. Um, but if I did meet him, it was very brief because I don't remember a lot about. I don't remember. I don't even remember if Snowbird was there on the 2 or 3 days that I was there in their studio. Um, not only that, but that morning show starts at 5 a.m. and they have guests like at 6 a.m. So you've got to be there at 4:30 or 5 or whatever to get makeup, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it is, I don't know how some of those guys do it that early in the morning. That would be, oh my gosh, can you imagine what time they have to be there just to be on camera at 6 a.m.? Oh, I don't know how he does it. It's a very tough job.
All right. So I need to show you a magic trick.
Oh, you've got one. Good. I'm ready. Go ahead. Oh, that's awesome. I've seen it done in a different way. I've never the kids at some of the parties that I do, they have their hand like this and they do it where they grab their thumb this way and pretend like they're pulling it off like this. They do it this your way is much better. I like that. Um, I've never seen it pulled straight up like that. They usually pull it across, doing it this way, and it doesn't look anywhere near as real as yours. I like it. Maybe that should be the beginning of your magic career. Do you think? Do you think you
Yes.
should? Do you think you should continue doing magic from here? Can you show a video on your podcasts? Because you could start including them after you've got them ready.
All right. Well, I interview Snowbird with Dave.
Oh, cool. How is he doing?
He was good.
So that's confirming that they are still doing Snowbird to this day.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. I specifically am going to turn that on tomorrow morning and see if I see him because here in Nashville they're predicting snow for Monday, so he should be ready and looking. I should be able to look at him, see him on television now.
Mm-hmm.
They should be bringing him out, and he should be on my television shortly because, well, they're already talking about it, possibilities on Monday. So I have to work on Saturday and Sunday, but I'm going to watch him. I'll watch for him tomorrow and Friday morning and see if I can catch him on the NBC affiliate here. That'd be awesome. I'm glad he's doing good.
All right. Well, are you going to show me your magic trick?
Oh, I don't have anything here. Oh, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known. I would have had something. I don't have anything here up in the dining room. Um, Maybe we'll plan that for the next time. You think?
All right.
We'll plan that for the next time. Next time, remind me, and I'll have some sleight of hand ready for you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be awesome. And you can plan another one. You can plan another one for the next visit.
All right. Well,
If you have extra time on the next cast, maybe I could figure out a way to teach the audience a trick. You think?
yes.
I think it's a great idea. We'll uh, talk a bit and maybe do a trick and teach them how to do it. I think that'd be awesome.
Yes. Well, I met Dave Prevet in the Fellowship of Christian Puppeteers Conference.
Awesome. I did not know. Now I knew there was a Fellowship of Christian Magicians, but I didn't know that they had one for the puppeteers too. That's awesome to hear. I think that'd be fun just to go and visit. Do you have to be a member?
Yes.
Because I would not be a member. But now with the Fellowship of Christian Magicians at their convention, you can pay just like everyone else and go without being a member. Because I'm a member of a different union, a different magicians union. Um, but maybe I need to check that out. That sounds very, very cool. I'd be interested in seeing their convention. Where was their convention? The one that you attended, where was it?
In Indianapolis.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's not far at all. From Nashville, that's maybe 5 hours. So that would be a nice little journey, a nice journey, and we could spend the weekend and enjoy some puppeteering. I think that'd be awesome.
You met Myron Barat.
Who was it?
Myron Virat.
Rat. Um, gosh, that sounds familiar. Refresh my memory. Who is that again?
It was Myron Virat.
Huh. Is that another puppeteer?
Nah, he's a rat puppet.
Oh, oh, I got you. I got you. Yes, I probably have. I probably have. I thought that was a person. I'm sorry. Wow. Yeah. There, there hasn't been a variety show lately where they've had a ventriloquist. Used to be, there were more variety shows, and I would get to meet more of the ventriloquists. Um, one of my favorites is David Turner. Have you heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
I traveled with him on three of the USO tours, and just this last year, I went out to the Tennessee State Fair and watched his show, and he is just as awesome as he was back on the USO tour. You may want to look him up. He's the guy that I know that has probably 50 puppets in his den. I mean, when you walk in his den, there's 50 ventriloquist puppets sitting in his den, and half of them he's carved and created the outfits for. And I mean, they're all done by hand. He makes these heads, he carves them with wood, and he even makes the mouths so that they move, and even makes the eyes so that they move. And he's got probably 50 of them in his den. And I have to say, he's probably my favorite. Um, he's got, um, he's got my favorite. He's got a puppet named Gladys, and she's kind of an older lady who just blurts out whatever she's thinking, and it's always hilarious. Because I got to see her at the state, I got to see her at the state fair, and it doesn't really matter what's happening, and it doesn't matter whatever she says. It doesn't matter if it's insulting or whatever. She just kind of lets it loose. It just kind of blurts out, and it's hilarious. So I think she's probably my favorite. He's probably my favorite ventriloquist if I had to bring one up. Um, and he's the last one that I saw, and we were there at the state fair for about 10 hours. And I told Dave, I said, okay, I've already seen these three puppets. I'm going to come back to your next show in an hour, and I want to see three different puppets. And he was totally obliging and had three different puppets. So I got to see two different shows, totally different shows. And it was most entertaining. I loved it. You might want to look him up sometime. He would probably be perfect for your podcast. I'll bet you he's got stories too, because he's been in the business as long as I have.
I know. Well, does Snowbird going to be on Friday?
I don't know, but I'm going to look and see. I'm going to
Okay.
watch Friday morning, tomorrow morning. I'm going to look and see if Snowbird is on, and I'll check Saturday too. Um, just in case they only do him on Wednesday. No, they do him during the week. If they do him, he would be during the week. So I'll check it out and keep you posted on that.
All right.
I'll check him out.
Well, Rodney, thanks so much for your time.
Well, I appreciate you letting me come on. It's been an honor chatting with you, my friend, and hopefully we can do it again soon.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, no, no. I just appreciate, I appreciate your show, and I really need to find it on and hook it into my podcast thing. I appreciate anything that has to do with the arts, and you're dealing specifically with the arts and entertainers. And so I think I would enjoy your show. So I'm going to look you up, and I appreciate you inviting me on. And we'll wait a while and do it again. All right.
All right.
I look forward to it.
Well, this is the first video of 2024.
Cool. And if anybody in the audience wants to look me up, rodneythemagician.com. They can come visit and maybe come see a show sometime.
All right. Okay. Stay tuned for there'll be more guests coming up. Until next time, peace.
Peace, my friend. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.